Welcome you all to this LEGO Mindstorm EV3 project with Swift Playground video presentation. Today we are going to learn an advanced playground design by incorporating EV3 template into Swift Playground framework to control a puppy robot, its behavior and attitude with programming. Stay tuned and follow the instructions to learn this EV3 project development faster. Let's begin. LEGO Mindstorm EV3 course set is a hands-on, cross-curricular STEM solution that engages and challenges students in a real-world environment by providing the resources to design, build and program their creations while helping them develop essential skills such as creativity, critical thinking, collaboration and communication. On the other hand, Swift Playground is a revolutionary and powerful open language app for iPad and Mac that makes learning Swift interactive and fun. It requires no coding knowledge, so it's perfect for students just starting out. Here, you are going to take a challenge and step up to a more advanced EV3 template playground designed by LEGO to be used in Swift framework, which will be fun, demanding and inspiring to take your coding to the next level. And this will also bring your LEGO EV3 creations to life. Let us now start building the puppy robot from scratch. To do that, you got to have LEGO Mindstorm EV3 core set 45544. That's the first step towards your goal. Be patient and enjoy the process. To start with the programming, let's first install Apple's Swift Playground from App Store. Yes, that's the Swift Playground on the left. Install and open. That's the screen which you will see once Swift Playground is installed. Swift is the core foundation framework for the programming. As you can see on the screen, there are many add-on software playgrounds which need to be installed to get you going on with that playground. Click See All. Scroll down. You can see many playgrounds designed to work with Swift. Go to LEGO Mindstorm Playground and install EV3 template. Click on EV3 template and you are now ready to program. I have now loaded my program as a quick fix to make the puppy work as desired. The list of instructions to be used can be found by clicking on the 3 dots at the top and selecting glossary. All the instruction reference formats are available here. Once you are ready with your program, you have to upload it to EV3 Puppy using Bluetooth. Let's enable the Bluetooth on the EV3. Go to Settings on the screen, click Bluetooth, enable Visibility, Bluetooth and iPad in the second screen. In the EV3 template, click on Connect EV3 brick shown on the right. As the Bluetooth is enabled in the EV3 brick, you will be able to see the same on the iPad screen. Click on it. Now you can see Bluetooth pairing request on your iPad screen. Click Pair. Notification will come to your EV3 brick. Click Yes. The screen on the right indicates that your EV3 template playground is now connected to the EV3 brick. Click on Run My Code. The goal of the puppy robot is to make him happy. You can pet the robot through the touch sensor by patting on his back and feed the robot through a color sensor near the mouth. When the sensors are triggered, there is a number generated which must meet the pet and feed target value. If you reach these targets, he will become happy and will showcase his joy towards it. Once the robot wakes up, the eyes will continuously move to give the robot more life. This is the response which he will showcase when you pat him on the back. Goodbye. Now he is fed with a bone. Let's watch his joy once he had his meal in front of him. He is enjoying his meal now. He is happy that his stomach is full. He now goes back to his sleeping mode. That's a glimpse of the behavior which you can teach the robot. Your imagination are your world of possibilities with this robot. Let's now jump into the programming. On the left side of the screen is the programming area and on the right is the online status updates of the sensors and motors. We are using here one touch sensor, one color sensor and 3 motors. You can see here the instructions written in line to get the sequence of behavior of the puppy robot in order. You can get the command format from glossary. For example, our first line of code starts with EV3.play sound, which is used to play a particular sound by a robot. You might be thinking now, oh, how am I going to write this code when I don't know anything about it? The beauty lies in the Swift Playground framework. You just need to find out the right command from glossary. Rest of the code will follow you. Let's see how it works. We will start with the first instruction. Type in EV3.play sound. You are now able to see a list of types of instructions with that command. Your job is to select that particular instruction which suits your requirements. You can glide into all the instructions available here. We are going to select this. Here you have got to fill in 3 parameters highlighted in blue and gray. The first parameter is sound file. It asks you to select a particular sound file from the list. Let's get the list of sound files available. For that, click dot. Now you are able to see all the 12 sound files available. Select one of it which suits your requirement. We have selected here arm. Now the first parameter is ready. Let's jump into the second. The second parameter asks you at what volume you want the sound file to be played. You can enter here a numerical value or decimal value. Let's enter 100. The third parameter asks you to enter in the style in which the sound need to be played. Let's select wait for completion. There it is. You have completed your first instruction. Please note that if you have not written this instruction in the correct format, you will see a red dot at the leftmost corner of the instruction, which indicates that there is an error in your code. If the format of the instruction meets the requirement, then the red dot vanishes. Let's now jump to the next line of code. You can see on the screen that we have used a while true statement, which indicates that all the following instructions within the curly braces will be repeated indefinitely. Our second command starts with EV3.displayImage. As before, you can see the list of instructions available with the command. We will select this instruction. The instruction is now available in the coding area. It asks you to enter in one parameter, which is image name. As before, click in dot to get all the 12 different image names on the screen. Let's select accept. There you are. You have learned to write your second instruction. Let's now see the third important instruction which we are using in our code. The commands are EV3.waitFor and EV3.waitForTouch. EV3.waitFor command is used to provide a wait time or delay time in the code. Let's click on that. The only parameter it requires you to enter is the number of seconds you want to wait till it jumps to read the next line of code. Enter the value. Here I have entered a 2-second delay. The instruction is complete. Let's now see the second instruction which we are using in our program, which is EV3.waitForTouch. This instruction waits for the touch sensor to be triggered. Let's select that instruction. The parameter required for the instruction is the input port to which the touch sensor is connected. Click on dot. You get on the screen the 4 input ports available. Port 1, 2, 3 and 4. Select the port to which the touch sensor is actually connected. Here I am selecting 4. So that instruction is also complete. Now let us glide into instructions controlling the motor. The command which we use frequently in the code is EV3.motorOn. This command asks the robot to turn on a motor. Again, when you type in EV3.motorOn, you have a number of instructions related to the command. We use 2 of the instructions in the program. For moving the head of the robot, we are using rotations parameter, and for moving the legs, we use degrees parameter. Let's see the instruction with the degrees parameter. You are asked to type in the degrees of movement of the motor. If you add a negative sign, the motor rotates in the opposite direction. The second parameter is the output port to which the motor is connected. Click dot and select from port A, B, C or D which are the output ports available. The selection of port must be as per the connection made. Here I have selected port A. The third parameter is the power with which the motor must move. I have entered 30 and the instruction is complete. Now if you want to move 2 motors, 2 legs at the same time, you can use EV3.move command. Here there are 5 parameters. First parameter is the degree to which the motors has got to turn. Second and third parameters are the respective left and right motor ports to which they are connected. The fourth and fifth parameter are the respective powers. The final instruction for our discussion is related to color sensor. The sensor takes in analog value, or in other words takes in values from 0 to 100. 0 indicates that the color sensor has not detected any reflected light generated by the sensor itself, while 100 indicates that the color sensor has got 100% of the light reflected back to its sensor. Here in the robot, we have connected the color sensor to port 4 and we are checking if the value sensed by the sensor is more than 20 or not. When we put the board near to the sensor, the value goes high above 20 and the instruction within the if statement gets executed. That is, all those within the curly braces gets executed. If the sensed value is below 20, none of the instruction is executed and the robot goes to its sleep mode again. Here the scenario is that once the puppy is patted on the back, it wakes up and looks for its food. If the food is not available during the time frame, the puppy goes back again to the sleep mode. If the food is available, it halves it and expresses its happiness and again goes back to sleep. That's one level of programming. Your imagination can mold your creativity to a world of possibilities. With this, LEGO EV3 and Swift Playground. That's the end of LEGO Mindstorm EV3 project with Swift Playground video presentation. Hope all of you have enjoyed watching this video. Let's meet again in my next tutorial. All the best for your online learning sessions. Thank you.